Today, I'm going to be delving into the 1997 version of the very popular manga Berserk, which in my and many others' opinions is the best adaptation of the manga. Today, I'm going to be focusing on Guts, why exactly I relate to him on a certain level. Before we get into that, I think we need to delve a little bit into just how the show was created. The show was influenced by the creator of the manga Miura, giving his input, which is probably most of the reason why the show is just so great and sticks to the original so well. But with just how good this show is, it may be a surprise for you to hear that they struggled with budget issues, and they also had a very limited time to make a lot of the episodes for the show. Considering all that, I believe the end product is amazing, and is pretty faithful for the most part to the golden age arc of the Berserk manga. And you can't talk about the show without at least talking about the music. It is amazing, and I have to at least mention it to give it its flowers. I can't even imagine how hard it was to transition the artwork from the manga into the show. I mean, there's many images in Berserk that would be near impossible to transition into a show format, but they managed to pull it off with what they are limited to, and that has to be credited. You can just tell the love and care that was put into this show from the animation alone, which can be inconsistent and a little bit choppy, but does shine at times. Now that we've covered a little bit of how the show was made, we need to get into why I and many others relate to the guy, Guts. Obviously, I don't go around with a giant sword and kill a bunch of mercenaries in a fit of rage, but I think Guts is more complex than just that. On the surface level, Guts is not a complex character. He seems to be a stereotypical anime hero of sorts. But Guts is much deeper than that. He's much more complex. Guts isn't even necessarily a hero. He's just the protagonist of the story. But mainly, he's a man who, more than just struggling with the very harsh world around him, he struggles with his mind. In this series, he's shown to struggle with just exactly what he wants. I mean, he's unsure of his dreams. Guts longs for a human connection, just like all of us, including me. Even though Guts might put up a cold act, he is looking for connection with others, which is shown through Casca and many of the other characters who he eventually opens up to. Guts seems to be almost afraid to open up to others just because of his past, his childhood struggles. Another very human trait of Guts is his perseverance, and that no matter how bad times might get, he powers through it because he just refuses to quit. And those reasons are probably mainly why I relate to him so much on a personal level. I'm very unsure of what I want to do with my life, unsure of my dreams. I have ideas here and there, but I have no plan, no true goal. So I feel lost sometimes. But that pushes me forward. The idea of having a dream, the idea of finding what I want, which Guts is motivated by in the show multiple times. There have also been many times where I want to open up, but am simply afraid that people might not understand. Feelings that I am alone in a battle with my mind. But no matter how bad times might get, I persevere and overcome all of it. I refuse to quit, refuse to give up, even if it sometimes might feel like the world is against me. Which is why I feel as if Guts' perseverance might be his most relatable trait. He struggles and struggles and struggles, but he just refuses to call it quits. Just like many of you out there struggling with the world around you, struggling with mental problems. Guts' very human-like willpower pushes him forward. Guts is a human fighting demons, and he never gives in to them no matter how powerful they might be. He always fights back, which could be looked at as a metaphor for us as humans, fighting our demons, and just through pure human willpower overcoming them. Because Guts is nothing but a man. I mean, a very strong one at that, but still a man. A man with a lot of perseverance and a good heart, even if it doesn't always show. Guts is a very mentally damaged, broken man who struggles with just what exactly he wants out of life and the world around him. I mean, who can blame him? He's been through a lot of hell, but he perseveres through it every time, and I think we can all look up to Guts and see a little bit of ourselves.